Richard Dawkins, the man who taught the world to doubt. Before Richard Dawkins ever became a symbol, before he was praised as a champion of reason or condemned as the world's most outspoken atheist, he was a quiet child standing beneath the immense African sky, learning a lesson no book had yet taught him. The universe does not explain itself, and authority rarely welcomes questions. He was born on March 26, 1941, in Nairobi, British Kenya, at a time when the British Empire still believed it carried civilization in its pockets and God on its side. His father, Clinton John Dawkins, served as a colonial agricultural officer, a man of discipline and order. His mother, Jean Mary Vivian, came from a respectable Anglican background. Together, they embodied stability, education, and inherited belief. Africa shaped Richard Dawkins before England ever could. The natural world was not abstract there. It was immediate, sometimes dangerous, always complex. Animals behaved without morality. Survival followed rules that were indifferent to fairness. Life did not appear designed for comfort. It appeared designed to persist. This was not yet rebellion. It was observation. When the family returned to England during his childhood, Dawkins entered a society far more rigid than Africa's open landscapes. British schools taught Christianity not as a hypothesis, but as a cultural fact. Morning prayers were routine. God was present in classrooms, assemblies, and assumptions. At first, Dawkins accepted it. Then he noticed something subtle but decisive. Science invited questions. Religion ended them. When he asked why birds flew in formation, teachers encouraged inquiry. When he asked why God allowed suffering, answers collapsed into mystery or authority. The phrase, "because God wills it," felt less like an explanation and more like a locked door. By the age of 9, Dawkins encountered the idea of evolution by natural selection. It did not arrive dramatically, it arrived logically. Life was shaped by survival and reproduction, not intention. Complexity emerged from simplicity over time. No divine hand was required. This realization did not make him angry, it made him calm. Faith, he would later say, did not collapse, it quietly became unnecessary. At Undell School, one of England's leading science-focused institutions, Dawkins thrived. He absorbed mathematics, biology, and logic with intensity. He learned that beauty could emerge from rules, that design could arise without a designer, and that tradition often survived simply because it had not been challenged effectively. In 1959, he entered Balliol College, Oxford, to study zoology. Oxford sharpened him. Here, ideas were not inherited, they were fought for. Under the guidance of Nicolaas Tinenbergen, a pioneer in animal behavior, Dawkins learned to strip explanations down to mechanisms. Behavior did not need souls, it needed causes. This training would later define his intellectual weapon, clarity. After completing his doctorate, Dawkins remained at Oxford as a lecturer. He was respected, articulate, and intensely focused on evolutionary theory. But something about how evolution was explained troubled him. Most accounts emphasized individuals or species. Dawkins began to see that this framing missed the deeper truth. Evolution, he concluded, does not primarily act on animals. It acts on genes. Genes replicate, genes compete, genes persist. Organisms, including humans, are vehicles built temporarily to carry them forward. This idea became the foundation of a book that would change modern biology. In 1976, Dawkins published The Selfish Gene. The title alone caused outrage. Critics misunderstood it as a claim about morality. Dawkins insisted it was a metaphor. Genes behave as if they are selfish because those that replicate successfully survive. The book was revolutionary. It reshaped how scientists and the public understood evolution. It influenced fields far beyond biology, including psychology, economics, and computer science. Near the end of the book, Dawkins introduced another idea, almost casually, the meme, an idea that replicates like a gene, a cultural unit that spreads, mutates, and survives. Religion, he implied, might be one of the most successful memes of all. Fame followed, so did controversy. For years, Dawkins focused primarily on science, publishing books such as The Extended Phenotype and producing documentaries that celebrated evolution's elegance. But after the turn of the millennium, something shifted. Religion was no longer content to coexist quietly with science. Following events like 9/11, Dawkins became increasingly vocal about what he saw as the danger of unchallenged faith. He argued that religious belief, when insulated from criticism, could justify violence, suppress inquiry, and resist moral progress. In 2006, he published The God Delusion. The book exploded into global consciousness. It was not polite. It was not cautious. It declared openly that belief in God was a delusion, psychologically understandable, culturally inherited, but intellectually unsupported. Millions bought it. Millions despised it. Dawkins became a public intellectual in the fullest sense, appearing in debates, interviews, and lectures worldwide. To supporters, he was a defender of reason. To critics, he was arrogant, dismissive, even cruel. He accepted the role. Dawkins argued that ideas deserve scrutiny, not respect, that children should not inherit beliefs the way they inherit eye color, that morality does not require God, that meaning is not diminished by a godless universe, it is intensified. His personal life was quieter than his public persona. He married 3 times, including to actress Lalla Ward, with whom he shared a deep love of literature and science. He had a daughter, Juliet, whom he fiercely protected from ideological labeling. Controversy followed him relentlessly. His blunt style alienated even fellow atheists. Critics accused him of oversimplifying religion, ignoring nuance, and provoking rather than persuading. Later in life, comments about Islam, feminism, and social issues drew further backlash. Dawkins did not retreat. He insisted that offense is not harm, and that ideas, especially powerful ones, must be open to criticism. In 2016, he retired as Oxford's Professor for Public Understanding of Science, a position he had held for nearly 2 decades. By then, his influence was undeniable. He had helped ignite the new atheism movement. He had reshaped public understanding of evolution. He had made disbelief articulate, confident, and visible. Richard Dawkins never claimed to have all the answers. His legacy lies elsewhere. He taught millions that it is acceptable to ask forbidden questions, that wonder does not require worship, that the universe is not diminished by indifference, it is enlarged by understanding. He did not kill God, he simply asked humanity to prove him. And in doing so, Richard Dawkins became one of the most consequential and controversial thinkers of the modern age.